Welcome, journey into nature, the outdoors. Today we're going to be installing the 24 volt system. That's a total of 16 batteries, and each battery is 6 volts, and it takes 4 batteries to make a 24 volt battery. That means I will have four batteries of 24 volt, which means 4 strings, and I'll break it down a little bit more as we get into it. But there's a tiny home container. There's the 16 batteries. And we're gonna be putting them right over there. And you'll see. Okay, we got the 16 batteries here. 1 battery, 2 batteries, 3 batteries, and 4 batteries. I have the Tractor Supply boxes that I bought, 2 of them. They were $100 each. Underneath, I put some concrete blocks that I had laying around and leveled things out. In here, I'm gonna tell you what I did. A lot of times I've seen in YouTube they don't break it down, so I want to break it down just in case somebody wants to do the same setup. And the reason why I'm doing these batteries is because they were given to me. So right in here is where my positive goes. All you need to know is this middle wire right in here goes, it's going to go into my inverter. And same thing goes for this negative wire right in there. That's going to go to the inverter. And all I did was drill a hole and pushed it in.
They are both 4 gauge,
so this negative
7
wire
foot
here
long.
comes to the first box, and in here is where I got all my negatives. And I have those bus bars of 4. So I hooked up the first 2 negative cables, which they're longer. Don't remember what size they are, but I'll put it on the description. So on the
4
first
gauge,
one, those 2,
4 feet long.
my both negative batteries. So 2 battery banks of 24 volts are going to go in here. So those are the 2 leads for the negative, and those are the 2 leads for the positive. So from there, I drilled the hole in my first box right in here, and I drilled another hole in there. And same thing goes for the negatives. So positives will go into the first one, just like on the other one, went to the negative. And then the positive from there goes in to this on and off switch, which goes right in there. Those are self-tapping screws, and you can kind of see what it looks like inside. They're just both positive, so you're just going to be breaking the connection. And it goes, when you put it in there, it goes just like that.
You will need 4 negatives, 4 positives, 4 feet long, 4 gauge wire.
All right. Now, as you can see, so this positive and the main positive come in here. Oops. Positive from the inverter, positive to the buzz, come in here and then just circulate back, just giving it power. But you're cutting off the power from the inverter right in here. Okay, so here you have 2 positives. This 2 right here, which are those 2. Those 2 are going to be my positive leads. And of course the 2 negative leads, which should put everything together. So just wanted to give you a description of how things are. And let me show you the back. Back of the box. Here's the negative wire. And the same thing goes with the positive. And I'm just gonna start putting the batteries. I'm just putting some distilled water in the container. I'm just going to top off the batteries. This is distilled water, and that's what you need when you're topping them off. They really don't need much, but I might as well, before I can do the connection, might as well top them off. Supposed to wear gloves and protection gear with glasses when you open them up.
Make sure you're not wearing any jewelry.
Pretty much they're all good, but I'm just going to top them off a little bit more just to make sure this thing does the job. You just put it in there, and a spring has a spring. Once you push the spring on there, it allows water to go in there. Do a little bit at a time and check. And once the water touches that little V there, you can kind of see where that little gap is. Once the water touches that, then you're good. And we're pretty much there.
This is the battery water filler bottle. I am being pretty lousy at filling this batteries up. This was my first time using this water filler. It looks like you need to put the whole thing in there, push and hold till it actually fills, till the water stops coming out of it, and as soon as it stops coming out, then you know that cell is full, and you move on to the next one and the next one and so on. No need of pushing, releasing, pushing, releasing. I just didn't do such a good job doing this. two are good. I can tell this battery's a lot lower than normal, so this is gonna need a lot more. Well, I'm gonna start by doing negative. First of all the top posts are positive all the way around, even to the second box. They're all positive. So it goes positive, negative. So positive, negative. So that's what I have. So all the ones on the top, positive, 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 so on and so forth. And the bottom ones are negative, 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 negative. It makes it easy for the wiring, as you can see here, and the wiring there. That's why you have this negative wires here. So I'm gonna start with hooking everything up in series to equal 24 volts. So you can see this divider right here. That is to letting you know this is one battery. So I just went from this negative to this positive, and now I'm going to go from this negative to this positive. Anytime you're connecting batteries in series, you're adding the voltage. That's why it takes 4 6-volt batteries to make 24 volts. In this case, the amperage stays the same. Now, negative to positive. Tighten them up just a little. Gonna work.
So negative to positive, negative to positive, negative to positive. That leaves me in this battery, leaves me a negative and a positive. And that's where this leads come in. I got two positives here. So each battery is gonna have one of them, and each battery is gonna have one negative. So this one here, the negative is gonna go here, and the positive will go there, and that's gonna make one battery bank. Not gonna do it just yet. I'm gonna leave that for last. But that's what I'm gonna do throughout the rest of it. Just like that, I'll show you in a minute. Underneath I put a plywood. That's a piece of plywood is just to show, protecting so it doesn't ground. Well guys, everything's nice and wired. Just what it looks like. The first battery I used all red wires, with the exception of the two negatives for each big battery. Same thing here, I used all black in there, and of course only red ones are the two positives, which one's there, the other one's there. Those are the big leads. Make sure all your wires are the same size. So you'll have a total of, there's 4 batteries, so you will need 4 of the big wires, 4 reds and 4 blacks, and of course you'll still need the little ones to join everything together, and those are just a foot. All right, the reason why, like I said earlier, I just divided that just so that you can see that that's just one battery. That's why you see a positive and then a negative. And this is another battery, the positive, the negative. Same thing here, positive, negative, positive, negative. A total of 4 batteries. That's 4 strings of 24-volt battery system. The batteries that I've used are T605 210 amp hours. When adding the 4 24-volt batteries or strings in parallel, the amperage doubles and the volts stay the same. This 210 amp hour batteries, when putting in parallel, you will have 810 amp hours. Negative right in here. And these 2 wires are going to go into the inverter, which I'm going to make a hole in here, and it'll join inside. But that'll be for the next video to come. And for now, I went ahead and put tape on them so they wouldn't touch each other. And for more safety, I went ahead and turned it off there. But I'm gonna also pull them in, just like this, so that nothing makes a spark where I'm going.
To find out what your watt hours are in your system, you would take the 210 amp hours times the 6 volts, which will give you 1,260 watt hours per 6-volt battery. You multiply that times 16 batteries and you will get 20,160 watt hours. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments. On my upcoming video, I'll be connecting the solar inverter. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed watching Journey into Nature, the Outdoors. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you.